Sarje chudan chonje chona la chanchu pande dane shabsa je dagi jinso jibe sona je dola pensho sanje andre parasho sarje chudan chonje chona la chanchu pande dane shabsa je dage jinso jibe chona je dola pensho sarje andre parasho sarje chudan chonje chona la chanchu pande dane shabsa je dagi jinso jibe sona je dola pensho sarje andre parasho nam kadanyam be semje thamje devan devi jodan dembar churje semje thamje dungar dungar ji jodan charvar ji semje thamje dungar mebi dewa damba memdar churje semche thamche nyera chadan nida charve tanyo chame phala nibar kuraji 相参。Bema Kesar Dombo Yamse Chogang Uduni Bema Anjoni Jesa Kordan Khandro Mambu Kor Cheji Jason Dandranji Chingi Lobshan Sesa Guru Pema Sandi Sheome Chuji Yanji Popjana Tuso Sanji Kunji Ngawanya Rasa Churku Angonsa Tonzambi Zawi Lama Namla Sowa Ande Saji Puju Shushan Medo Jira Limshi Nirdi Jimba Sanji Jande Mide Puwa Rogo Namdo Jingla Shoba Sho Edam Rana Mandala Kandrya Thaya Amu Semje Namje Sambadam Loye Chepta Cherta Checho Temo Tamba Chuji Korlo Konde So Ningje Chimbo Chode Ningmi Jan Zoni Mulam Chimbo Ngap Japta Pakar Tangan Santu Sherman Tumba Tukje Chanla Kushan Sar Orgin Zolampa Mi Tumbole Jerry Namjoram Jelhan Jitro Sanzo Huepshen Yundan Sombara Pemanjoni Dalu Pensor Gumbolo Aryan Dewada Tome Nashona Chuji Juju Yoshe Hawa Silas Zamlin jan chu namla kushan tsar zamlan zibi jan dun chonyi da tuji long tong yan bin tam nga ya na chu tambar vi peter ju ji kondi shurkur dong bin hong chin ba Time uzir sabla kushan tsar shibsha kanchin la gypsy ter time uzir yam cher tuk ter jo sar long chen nam ke nam jur Jingme lingbi shabla kushan tsar Mari sangi cheraw nyang la chera kundo zambu monlam nambar jan sibshi jarin tinlin zanzab Mipham jam tsu shabla kushan tsar Pammi tuksi dorjib danyumji Turpi namro liraw lampi kar Matu londarik pi khwarji Jingme pinto shabla kushan tsar Kamsong korwa tong tunum jimbe Sabje lam ngayon ten tarjin ba Nilu ranjer tombe nanjon Yechi wamchu shabla kushan tsar Kwanzan dursim garab shirasan Pema kara jimba nyushu nga Sozor namnya tertun jarsas Katir lama namla kushan tsar Kandab shochu tonga jitena Desalomar jirwa kansata Tandar tombi shuji sharmim Sembarndo pa deda tamchen darsha si Namo arya tambal hai ke dan la dan do jinke Trum dan dan mi ke nam dan roa kunji jarke chizam Tamche ke de chujan tujur chi Okay, so we go in prayer on English, the Four Immeasurable Bodhicitta, 3 times only on the first page, the second part. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering, the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. May all beings enjoy happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be apart from the supreme bliss which is free of all suffering. May all beings live in great equanimity, free from the attachment and aversions that keep some close and other distant. All right, so we are going to talk further from the morning class, which is the Four Seals. So these Four Seals, the topic is from Buddhist philosophy. As I mentioned, 84,000 collection training well of Dharma invariably could can division into this the 4 baskets or 4 the Pitakas. So this means is the 3 trainings or 4 different kind of the trainings for benefit of avoiding desire, anger, ignorance, and the imprint of the three poisons means is the delusions. Because the delusion can cause and conditions for collecting about the contaminated karma. And the contaminated karma can direct cause of the unpleasant, the appearances or the result of suffering of this samsara. So, and therefore, of course, everybody want to be freedom, if possible, from suffering. And everybody want, if possible, attainment state, ultimate peace, ultimate enjoyment, without any exception, whether traditional, non-traditional, practitioners, non-practitioners, Buddhist or non-Buddhist traditions, equal wish is same. So in this case, as mentioned to you, Buddha Shakyamuni, he says, commit no evils, engage as much in virtuous deeds, subdue one's own mind thoroughly. That is Buddha Dharma. The reason because the suffering, unpleasant feeling is as a dependent form of the evil, the negative action, negative karma, negative motion. So therefore, if you want to be freedom from suffering, and then Buddha says, please commit no evil, because evil is the cause of suffering. And then also he says, engage as much in virtuous deeds, because everybody want to be happy enjoyment, but the happiness enjoyment must be producing from of the positive karma or positive action or positive emotions. So therefore, is engage as much in virtuous deed. And then finally he says, subdue one's own mind, means is just you have to be deal your mind, you must be training on your mind, because you are the master of yourself. What other master could there be do? So through coming yourself alone, you found a master hard to find. So and therefore it's important. Right now we are lucky, fortunately, we are born in this human realm. Fortunately, we found this precious human body hard to find. But now is you should to use your the excellent investigations, analyze by the human brain, the intelligent mind you to use should to do, understanding what is the most one important of your life, what is the essence of a human value. Sure, mention you want to happy, enjoy, and less suffering. That is the meaning of our life. So in this case, now we need to little bit thinking about this, the Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma is mentioned to you because we can division into the three different categories. As one is of the especially of the mental scientist, mental psychology, it's like therapy tradition like. So therefore, because in the modern, this 21st century, many people having the problem, not a physical problem, that the mental problem, the anxiety, the mental depression, the pressure, the stress, and despondence, regretment, unpleasant, unsatisfaction feelings, so many the limitations, so on, mentally. So in this case, what should to do? There's no otherwise. Medical doesn't work. The pills cannot help you, and then only is you should training your mind. Focus on the relaxation and restness feeling. That means is as much can possible and relaxed on the positive emotion, which means is compassion as much you can. Focus on the loving kindness mind as much you can, and keep your energies on with very pure empathy, sympathy, and with patience as much you can, with tolerance and with forgiveness to each others, and respect to each other, honor to each other, support to each other, and keep the pure motivation, attitude, benefit to each others. That is only the source. The mental peace and mental relaxation, the good harmonies, all is born from this. So therefore, the mentality, this kind of this therapy traditions is from Buddhist to very detailed, very vast, very extensive, very logical, very useful. So therefore, in even this 21st century, but still as we need very much, it's more important, as more than this century and like this kind of the talk. We need to be thinking, not only talk, but so anyway, this kind is all is we mentioned from yesterday to today. We're not going repeating again. So now let's go further. These 4 seals, okay? The 4 seals, the Buddha's very in brief the teaching. So these 4 seals I mentioned you. The seal means is like mudra, and the mudra, or we can say as a commitments, or the seal means like sign or promise or something. Something like that. The seal is the stem. Means is stem seal. So these the 4 seals, as mentioned you. The first one is the seal of all the phenomena, the compounded phenomena are impermanence. That's the first commitment by Shakyamuni Buddha. And then what is the meaning of all the compounded phenomena are impermanence? It's easy, that is not very complicated to understand. I think everybody of you agreement this. So the impermanence, first we have to know what means compounded phenomena. Compounded means is apparent of the object of phenomena are bare relatively, bare interdependently, appearances bare conventionally. So this is the point meaning is compounded, means is the compositional factors, something, as apparent is with of relatively, but cannot be existent by independently, as that's not true. So this kind of point meaning is we say compounded phenomena. So compounded phenomena are Buddha's commitment says is impermanence or impermanent. So the impermanence, again, we need to understand there's 2 different levels or 2 different stages. One, gross level, coarse level impermanence of the continuity. That's one. And another one, impermanence means is the subtle level impermanence of reality, the momentary nature. There's 2. So the first one, the impermanence of the gross level, impermanence of continuity, this is very easy. Everybody, how it changes the phenomena. Externally of the vessels of the world, how it changes. How much, the climate changes, the temperature changes. So many is the externally you can see how it changes. And internally, the country's rule, the law, how it changes. The economy is how it changes. And your age is how it changes. Since like small child, and then adult age, or teenager, and the adult age, and old age, very old age, and the end is what happened, is dying. So this all is the changeable. The situation is the phenomena, the gross level impermanence. This we don't need to talk. Already. You easy agreement this. But now we were a little bit talking about the subtle level impermanence. The subtle level impermanence of the reality. That means is momentary. The reality. What is the reality of the phenomena nature? Impermanence nature of phenomena. The reality impermanence is, we say, momentarily change. There's no any exception of among within these compounded phenomena. The earth, the moon, the sun, the stars, the galaxies, the mountain, the river, the house, the car, and your body, so on. Everything are momentarily change. The moment change. The substantial, the true nature is momentarily change. So this momentary change means is if there are no momentary impermanence, there's no possibilities the gross level impermanent of the continuity, no possible. If you ask research why the gross level impermanent, the changes, because the gross level impermanence is dependent to the subtle level impermanence of the momentary changes. And this way, the phenomena appearances are only one edge. We have no different edge, you and me. The earth and the moon, all is same edge. Same edge means is only could become existent one moment. Just only one moment. Cannot be more longer than only one moment apparent. That's the nature of phenomena. So this one moment doesn't mean it's permanent. This just established one moment also impermanence. That's why we say subtle level impermanent of reality, the momentary change. So therefore, when we born, just the birthday, first moment is just born from mother's womb, and then our life is changing, already starting, momentarily changing. That means it's become shorter and shorter, our life. And the just first moments born, and then is continuously, momentarily getting older and older. No stable anymore, cannot be young, as always become aging, change momentarily. So therefore, 100 moments is 1 minute. 1 minute changes continuously. There's the 60 minutes is 1 hour's age, and 1 hour's, collective. There's 12 or the 24 hours, and then this becomes 1 day, the age of 1 day, and then there's 7 weeks, and then 4 weeks and 1 month, 30 days is 1 month. The age means is 1 month. And then 12 months is 1 year become. Means is how coming this the collection of the continuity is because momentarily. So that means is the past moments already gone. The future moments is not yet born. That means is yesterday, last year, from last year, what happened, good or bad, everything's already gone, totally gone, like last night dream. Even last week, what happened, good or bad for you, for us, completely already exhausted, completely already gone, completely already disappear. The both external, the vessels of the world, of the universe, and the internal, the essential of the beings of yourself even, from yesterday, already gone, past. And the tomorrow, the coming of tomorrow of yourself, and the coming tomorrow of this world, this moon, this sun, these galaxies, yet not existent, yet not apparent, right? Are you agree? Okay, so now only today, in the very present of today, we check this object of external and the internal of the subject of today. Today also, actually is apparent, is bare, relatively. Relatively means is morning, evening, and noontime, the 3 times. So the morning situation is already gone. Both of you, me, the galaxies, the world, the moon, sun, the earth, this city, this country, everything, whatever we had experiencing good or bad in this morning situation. Like last night dream, totally same. There's no any difference. This morning situation is gone. Now is never ever there's no chance to return back again from this morning situation. Since we born until of this morning situation, all the good or bad already passed. Past means is non-existent, already disappeared, totally gone. Only memory left. Just you return thinking back, and then this morning, blah 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 blah, or yesterday, blah 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 blah, like this, just but only just the reflection of the object of knowledge apparent or your mind left only, but there's no. That's true, very clear. So therefore now, very evening, this evening, following now as the next hours, what coming, object, subject, everything's yet not still born. Do you agree? Yes, that's not. If next moment already born, that means we must be jumping, there. So, but that's not true. We are in the present. We are not yet existent in the future of the next moments, right? So in this case, now this 1 moment, 1 minute, like we're talking now, 1 minute. 1 minute also could be division into last moments, future moments, and the present moments. The 3 moments we can division into. So you see, the just last moment is already gone. Everything's, not only the time. Time not existent actually. Time continuities depend to the things. Things changes, then we say time. The edge is depend to changing of the things. But things are already mentioned you existent only 1 moment. Things cannot be more longer than, so 1 moment. Cannot. That means what is exactly samsara? Samsara Sanskrit language, right? That the secular existent. The world, the universe, maybe simple word for you. The world, the universe. Only 1 moment. Every phenomena of the universe could be established. Only 1 moment. Because the previous moments, all is gone. The coming future moments is yet not born. So therefore only 1 moment. But our mind is deluded. Confused already. That means if we collection together the past weeks, month, years, the situation, good, bad, everything we collected on month and collecting and coming this evening, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, and the end of your age situation. Everything we gathering on the picture, imaginary on the mind cave. Oh, my life. We say my life. So actually our life is only 1 moment. But mind deluded, we holding together is 100 years together. That's my life. Not our life is 100. Cannot possible. But illusorily you can say this. Like one night dream. You can dreaming very much like small, maybe it's like childhood who you dream, like in the one night dream, I'm saying. And then you go to in the school, sub-school class, and then you go to in the high school class, dreaming continuously, and then university finish, and then you maybe go to get a job. Then you get a job, you're happy, enjoy, and then you want to find the fiancés to talk. Finally you found something what you like, and then talking about discussion, the marriage, and then finally you did married in the dream. I'm talking, and then the couple is a discussion about make children, and then finally they found the children. So then is the happy birthday to the children, so on. Like this, and then it's getting old and retired, and then maybe some situation, probably sometimes a divorce, it's angry, very upset, and wake up. But only few hours sleeping. But as long as yet not wake up of this sleeping, and then you cannot feel difference than normal your life. As long as yet not recognition, dream as dream, then there's no difference, the experiencing between of dream and between of your normal life. Only when you wake up, when you recognize dream as dream, then you understand that's what not make sense. Good dream or bad dream, only is your mind deluded, no make sense. But if you yet not recognize, and then you want good dream, you don't like bad dream, because bad dream make you suffering, good dream you have happy, enjoy. So we're having attachment to the good dream, and you have aversion to the bad dream. So even the one night dream. So life is like this, actually, like illusion. But we yet not wake up from the ignorant, deep sleeping, like, sleeping like the deep of sleeping of ignorant. So therefore, we are holding this together, year by year, on the month together, and then week, month, year. Even we're talking about the historical of the kalpas, talking the eons. But all this is just the reflection of the memory and your judgment, but does not truly existent, So however, in this case, is the impermanence, means is the subtle level impermanent of momentary change means is. Then what is important to introduce to us and has to be recognized in impermanence? What is the benefit? Because usually we too much believe what appearances of this world is as established, existent inherently, truly, past, present, future, year, everything's of object, subject, everything's are good or bad. We too much believe. Then what problem? Problems, we are too much tired, boring, because sometimes you have good situation comes, rich, high, famous, or something is a well-known person, and then it's pride, arrogance coming. Oh, I'm the strong one. I'm the best one. Something like this, and then looking insult other people and look down other people, something. But unfortunately, it's not true. Maybe next year is collapsing. Totally something is, fall down because impermanence. And that times is very much difficult to bear, difficult to face, difficult to challenge about this because it was too much trust. So ours is always like creator of universe, like they believe himself or herself. But in fact, it's not true because just next year is changing, falling, and then they're very suffering. So therefore, if you're thinking about impermanence reality, impermanent of course level, and training your mind, and then good, okay, it's a fortune and lucky, but no pride, no arrogance, because we never know when we'll be lose this goodness, And then other benefit is we happen to many problem in samsara, Sometimes you get sick, sometimes you lose your friend, or sometimes you lose your job, or sometimes so many different kinds of obstacles. That times, because if you believe this is inherently existent, truly established, like permanent, unchangeable, these problems, then you focus only on this problem, and then really, really painful, really, really difficult, hard to bear, hard to challenge about this. Even small problem but this became creation into very big, large problem. Like microscope, if we use on the small, tiny things, but become Montemirror like big, So therefore, if you use this delusion microscope is on focus on your tiny problem, but these problems looks like ours, So the problem. So therefore, that time, if you could remember impermanence, then, okay, that's happened for me, my karma. Something happened today, but I don't need to worry because impermanence means it's maybe next year, maybe next day, maybe even, the next week can be exhaustion, will be soft, can be changed. Why not, It's because impermanence, that's not permanent, the problems. And then you can easy to face, easy to bear about the sufferings, easy you can challenge your suffering because you understand impermanence. So especially you understand the problems past is already gone. The problem future is not yet born. Only is one moment. Okay, one moment I must be patient, right? Some like this and then changes the hope, the wish. So therefore, this also very much benefit, the good for us when the problems of the situation. So therefore, impermanence. Why does Buddha introduce to us is impermanence, the subtle level impermanence of the reality. So that's the one, the seal. But now you check, does Buddha seal, he promise, commitment, the phenomena of compounded phenomena, sense tiny of atom, up to of the mountains, the rivers, the galaxies are, Buddha promise says is impermanence. So now you yourself check what Buddha says is true or not, So this is his promise, commitments. And then the second seal, all the contaminated phenomena are, nature is unpleasant. Unpleasant means suffering. So this means the samsara. We are born in this samsara with karmic conditions. Means is the fully repent, the result of all aggregates is, as we can say, contaminated aggregates. Why I say contaminated? So first, let me to know yourself, means ourself. What is the basics of me? What is the basics of you? The 5 aggregates. Aggregates of form, That's one. Form means is form, sound, smell, taste, contact. This all is including aggregates of form, external object of form. Internal aggregates of form is eye faculty, nose faculty, tongue faculty, air faculty, body faculty. This all is part of aggregates of form. And the earth element, water element, wind element, fire element, these four elements also is including in the aggregates of form. So together this all is, we can say, the aggregates of form, one among the five. That is a contaminated aggregates. And then the second aggregates of feeling. Feeling, your feeling, my feeling, sentient beings feeling. Feeling only with consciousness. The non-sentient beings, materiality things have no feeling because no consciousness, therefore no sensation. If without sensation, there's no feeling. But we having the sensation, we have feeling because we have consciousness, right? Feeling. So now how is your feel now? Say, oh, I'm okay, I'm good. That means a good feeling. Says, oh, I'm very difficult. That means a bad feeling, right? I'm fine, as normal, as usual, means a neutral feeling. So therefore, we can have division, numbers of different kind of aspects of feeling during 24 hours, but we can divide it into three. Pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and equanimity, the neutral feeling. So, because why is sometimes experiencing pleasant feeling? Because is you having chance, opportunity, experiencing depend to the of external pleasures object, form, sound, smell, taste. Contact is pleasant. The reflection object of knowledge is apparent on your five sense source faculties is pleasant. So therefore, your feeling, sensation is also is pleasant, comfortable feeling. But unfortunately, we cannot guarantee. Ours is the five sense source faculties is relying on the pleasures object. Many times, accidentally, is there's apparent as unpleasant form, sound, smell, taste. Contact is something non-attractive, and then your sensation, the feeling is also is not pleasant. You could experiencing unpleasant feeling. That means suffering. Coming, the mental suffering is coming. And sometimes is not the reflection object of knowledge apparent on your mind is not pleasant, not unpleasant, but neutral equanimity. And then your feeling also not pleasant, not unpleasant, but it's equanimity feeling, neutral feeling. So that is, we're talking the aggregates of feeling. Aggregates means is the heap, the collections, the gatherings, many aspect gathering, that means is aggregate. So many various different kind of aspect of feeling we gathering, we say aggregates of feeling. That's our feeling. So now this feeling, what do you think? The feeling of in samsara, the feeling of ordinaries, ordinaries feeling. Would you think pleasant RS? No, I mention you. Then RS is sorrow. This is also not true because we have also happiness feeling sometimes. But no matter, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral feeling. But Shakyamuni Buddha, he recognized, he understand, he introduced us is with faults, with problem. First one, suffering of suffering. The unpleasant feeling is suffering of suffering. This is clear. Even animals can recognize, because the suffering of suffering means is when this feeling, this situation comes from your body, your speech, your heart, you feel suffering, you feel pain, uncomfortable, painfulness, unpleasant. So therefore, even animals, they also can easily recognize the suffering of suffering. This we no need to introduce. But the second one, the suffering of change. This little bit not easy to recognize because the suffering of change is when they're arising at the moment you can't feel suffering. Therefore, as long as remaining continuously, still you cannot experiencing unpleasant feeling. But unfortunately, when we'll be ceasing, when we'll be stopping, when we'll be changing about this continuity, the temporary pleasant happiness feeling, and then suffering is coming. That's what we're calling suffering of change. Okay, that is the second. And then the third one, equanimity feeling. I mentioned it before. You cannot feel pleasant, but you cannot feel even unpleasant. But still is our sensation, continuity, the equanimity, feeling nature is momentarily change. That's we mentioned you, the impermanence or the subtle level impermanence of the reality. So therefore, that means is even for example, someone is sometimes we can born in the like formless realm, the God of formless realm. Why I'm talking this samsara, we could division into three different kind of realms: desire realm, form realm beings, and the formless realm being. So we are in the desire realm. Now human being is including in the desire realm. Hell realm being is desire realm. The hungry ghost is desire realm. The animal realm is as a desire realm. Human being is, the human realm is as a desire realm. Even the demigod, semi-god realm is a desire realm. Even the God, there's three different kinds: God of a desire realm, God of form realm, gods of the formless realm. The first one, the God of a desire realm, that is why we see desire realm, including in the desire realm. That's one. So in this desire realm, could be sometimes suffering, sometimes suffering of change, and all pervasive suffering is at the basics. So now we're talking about the God of a form realm. Is God realm long life, healthy life, good life, have the good harmonies, have of the miracle powers, they have temporary the clairvoyance, so on, but still is not yet beyond to the suffering, the all-pervasive suffering, the basic suffering, and the change, suffering of change. And then is the last God, the top of the samsara, that we can say God of formless realm being, because no form, no aggregate form, but still yet not beyond to the of the suffering of, we can say all-pervasive of suffering, because he or her, the mind nature is momentarily change. The subtle level impermanence is there. So therefore, sooner or later, something happened one day, problem. So therefore, that is Buddha introduced to us, is the third one, particularly as all-pervasive suffering. So this is the point meaning, is the aggregates of form, feeling is, especially aggregates, feeling is nature is as suffering. That's what we need to know. And then is the aggregates of recognition. That is also is with momentarily in change, and recognition is there's many different kind of recognitions, and then particularly in the aggregates of a mental composition factor, that is the same meaning karma. The aggregates of a mental composition factor and the aggregates of karma is the same meaning. Karma is the action we mentioned you. So action is from motivation. So good action is a good karma. Bad action is a bad karma. And equanimity, and then the immutable karma comes to us. Anyway, that is a mental composition factor. So this we calling aggregates of composition factors. And then the fifth aggregates of consciousness. Consciousness is the basics of the reincarnation. When we believe reincarnation, so we're born from past life, but not physically, we mentioned to you. Physically, we're born from parents, the genes from parents, but mentally, not from parents, mentally we're born from past life. So therefore, is when there comes the death, that terms is physically dissolving into, exploded into atoms, this physical lineage. But mentally, this consciousness, the clarity, awareness, cannot dissolve into the earth, water, fire, wind, no possible. Even this clarity, awareness, or consciousness, this mind, cannot dissolve into this space, no possible. Because was this not born from the space? The clarity, awareness was not born from space. So therefore the end cannot dissolve into the space. This clarity awareness was not born from earth, so therefore the end cannot dissolve into the earth. Was not born from fire, wind, water, so on. Therefore the end cannot dissolve into fire, wind, water, so on. No possible. This clarity awareness. So therefore the clarity awareness consciousness is momentarily going, continuously, separate. The last moment when the breathing stop, last moment the heartbeat stop, and nerve functions will be exhaustion, and then is cannot remaining onto your body of this karmic energy and separate from your consciousness from this body. So then momentarily going to penetrate into next rebirth coming from, So that means is the consciousness is actually the basics of the reincarnation. Everybody, we are reincarnated, but by mentally, not by physically. So therefore, is these aggregates of consciousness. Why we say aggregates? Because many different aspects of consciousness together. Your eyes consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, air consciousness, body consciousness, and sometimes mental consciousness. That together we say consciousness, the clarity, awareness, continuity. That's the aggregates. So these together, aggregates of form, aggregates of feeling, aggregates of recognition, aggregates of composition factors, and the aggregates of consciousness. That is the basics of the person. You and me. I'm saying, where are you? Then you say, I'm here. That means you showing me your aggregates. I say, oh yes, I saw you. Means I saw your aggregates. So that means is we understand what means aggregates. But this kind of aggregate is actually contaminated aggregate. Why we having existed this continuity 5 aggregates? Because composed, produced from contaminated karma. There's no karma, no rebirth about these contaminated aggregates. If born with these contaminated aggregates, that means is produced from contaminated karma. So that's why we don't want to suffering, but unfortunately, suffering with birth, how suffering, both of mother and the child when giving birth. And suffering of old aging, that's we know. We don't want, but no stop. And the suffering of sick illness, we know also how suffering. And then the end, suffering of death. Nobody want to be die, but no one can control about death. So that means is naturally, our aggregates is like that. So if you understand the aggregate nature is like that, and then you can accept, you can patience, you can agreement. Because if you doesn't believe like this, always must be I'm strong, healthy, or something is always is young, or something is stable, without sick, ill, aging, death. No possible. If you're thinking this way, one day happened, and then it's very difficult to challenge, So therefore, right now, the reality is reality, unchangeable. So we must be accept. That's normal. That's regular. So therefore, important to know. But anyway, this is the Buddha's second seal. No, you check. If not true, you can against to the Buddha. If not true, you can debate to the Buddha. Really, you can reject to the Buddha, but logically, I'm saying, So, but actually, it's difficult to say that's not true. It's very true. That's the second cell. Now we're going to the third cell. What is cell? Third cell. The emptiness. Buddha says all the phenomena are nature is unborn. Selflessness of self and selflessness of phenomena. That means emptiness. Emptiness. Phenomena, nature is emptiness. This is the ultimate truth. Because we need to know two truths. Conventional truth, ultimate truth. Conventional truth means is conventionally, you existent, I'm existent, the car, the mountain, the river, the country, everything are existent, but conventionally, relatively, imputedly existent, illusorily existent. But if you ask absolutely, ultimately, truly, no non-existent. Means that is the point to emptiness. According to the ultimately, phenomena are not born. That means selflessness. So now first we check selflessness of person. Person means you and me. According to the ultimately, selflessness. According to the conventionally, yes, self is existent. We born and self is in this samsara, but ultimately not. So now why we say ultimately not? So we check not very simply, easily. What does self means? I, me, you, the ego clinging, self clinging, the dualistic grasping, the self attachment, self ego, self clinging. That means I or me. I'm happy today. I'm not happy today. I'm hungry now. I'm full now. Something, I'm okay. I'm not okay. I, me, right? Everyone will have me, I. So this self-grasping, now we can say innate self-grasping and imputed self-grasping. There's two. Innate self, co-emergent self. This co-emergent self is even born naturally, even animals. Small insect that can have this co-emergent self-grasping. Of course, we human beings, the God realm beings, every beings have the self-grasping. Even small insect, they can have the self-grasping. That is innate self. Why we say innate self? Means born naturally, does not learn somebody, not somebody's teacher, not somebody's guide, but themselves naturally feel I or me, attachment, self-attachment, self-grasping is there, self-clinging, ego-clinging is there, that's innate self. And then the second, the imputation self. Imputation self is a follow some traditions, some cultures, some religious, and some teachers, and they talk, explain to you, oh, self is like this, and that, and then finally some picture on the mind, you comes imaginary, oh, no, I understand, self must be like that and this. But that is not true. That only is imputation self. So imputation self is so many difference from different tradition, different lineage, different philosophical explanations. But we don't need to care about this. This is imputation self. But we should to know the innate self-grasping is for everyone. You, me, animals, small insect, there are no exceptions. Everyone have the self-I attachment. So now we check, where is I? Let's check. Do you believe yourself is existent inherently? Yes. Believe, right? Yes. So now we check, where are you? This body is you? This is your body or you? That's the question. This body is yours or you? Yours. Me. Someone says me, someone says mine. Right? Okay. If you, that is if you, the red arms, this you or yours? Mine. Okay, mine, not you, right? That's yours, but not you. Okay. The left arms also yours, but not you, right? Okay, that's your head, but not you, right? And your legs, but not you, right? Your organs, but not you, right? So your skin, but not you, right? So your heart, but not you, right? Your brain, but not you, right? Your blood, but not you, right? And then everything is taken out. That's yours, not you, right? So now where are you? And that's the last moments. So therefore, because we still believe I am existent, but finally when we research, this all is the part of your body, the collections, gathering or the aggregates of form is yours, but not you, because you answered me already, So now maybe you think it's your consciousness. It must be you. Consciousness, right? The clarity, awareness, consciousness. So consciousness, again, we have eye consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, air consciousness, body consciousness. So which one you? Eye consciousness is you? Your eye consciousness, right? Again, it's your eye consciousness. And then air consciousness, not you, right? It's your consciousness, isn't it? Okay, tongue consciousness is yours, but not you, right? Okay, and then is the body consciousness is yours, but not you, isn't it? The mental consciousness is your mental consciousness, but not you, right? Okay, so now aggregate form is not you, that's yours. The aggregates of consciousness is not you, and that's not you, that's yours. Maybe now it's a feeling. Aggregates of feeling, your feeling. Is yours or you? Yours, right? My feeling, right? We say, my feeling not good today. My feeling. Maybe you say sometimes me feeling, but very rare. I think you say my feeling. Okay, now is the feeling, good feeling is your feeling. Bad feeling, that's your feeling. Equanimity feeling, that's yours, but not you, right? So, okay, the feeling is not you, that's yours. Not the recognition, the recognition, the perception. Your perception, right? Not you, isn't it? That's your perception. My perception, but not me. Perception is not me, perception is not you. It's yours perception, right? Okay, aggregate perception is not yours. That's not you, that's you, yours. Okay, now only is what left, aggregates of the composition factor. My karma, your karma, right? Karma not you. So karma belongs to you, but not you, right? So karma, your karma, but not you. Okay, so the aggregates of composition factor is yours, but not you. Okay, that's leave out. So throw out. So now only one possibility is the consciousness now. Is that we mention you, your consciousness, but not you. Already we mentioned. So 5 aggregates is not you, that's yours. Right? My aggregates. So now take out, completely sweeping the 5 aggregates, then where are you? That's my question. Where are you? Where am I? Mind already we told you the aggregates of consciousness is the mind, you know. So therefore, finally we cannot find yourself. That's what happened. Yes, true. If you found, you can tell me. But I couldn't. I couldn't find, you know. So if you found, you tell me. But we can't, right? So now see, finally, if there's no self, then how said my body? Also wrong. My aggregate, because there's no owner, no host, you know, no host, no house says this house is mine. There's no owner, and then house says this belongs to somebody, because finally we couldn't find yourself. So therefore, even this body is, we can say my body, because if first you have feet, food and feet, and then you can have shoes. But never ever you have no feet and food, and that there's no possible of your shoes, right? So means is there's no you, and then how can be this is yours? How you know this aggregate is as yours? Because you never ever seen yet yourself. Never ever yet be found exactly as yourself. But don't worry. But imputedly, illusorily, you are there. But illusorily, I'm here. Okay? But illusorily, you can marry. But illusorily, you can make children. But illusorily, you can go work. But illusorily, you can get a salary. The income is coming. Okay? But illusorily, you can have everything. What do you have? But illusorily, the samsara. But you don't think it truly not possible. There's no self. That means it's Buddha self, selflessness self of person. Ultimately, there's no ultimate self. Conventionally, yes, Buddha himself also existed conventionally, but ultimately, Buddha of course forget even me not, you not, because we couldn't find right ultimate self. That means is According to the ultimately, Buddha says selflessness. There's no self. Therefore, why important to introduce to us selflessness, self? First, we need to recognize. We need to have to be understanding selflessness, self. And then we need to train your mind practice has to be experiencing about the understanding of selflessness, self. And then we need to meditation on relaxation, selflessness of self. And the end, finally, you will be recognize true nature of selflessness, emptiness. You will be realization, true nature, selflessness of self. Then what is benefit? No self, no problem. That is the benefit. Yes, no self, no problem. All the problems is from self-grasping, from self-attachment. I'm sick, I'm pain, I'm angry, I'm jealousy, I'm afraid, I'm fear, I need, I want, I don't want, something, this all these kind of problems is from self-grasping, self-attachment. It's true. Now we go to in the dream. Even falling dream, and your mind deluded on the self-grasping. So therefore, in the dream, as long as not yet wake up, bad dream, you are very much sad, suffering, angry, upset, jealousy, rejecting, so on. It's a good dream, you too much attachment, about desire and craving about this in the dream. So now what makes sense? Who is happy, who is suffering in the dream? Only the self-grasping. I, ego clinging. Because even in the dream, you have the ego clinging there. Right? But when you wake up, or when you recognize dream as dream, and then no make sense, good or bad, both are, because it's an illusion. And then you will be relaxed in the dream. Similarly, in this, our life is when you realization, true nature, selflessness, self, then you have no any problem. I mention you. You will be freedom from contaminated karma. You freedom of the suffering of samsara, and you will be freedom from the delusion. You will be freedom from the obscuration of ignorance completely. So that is the means is no self, no problem. But having self-grasping, having problem. That's a final talk. We're talking about the ultimate peace. Ultimate enjoyment is only possibilities attainment to recognition. But still, then maybe you questions, I'm sure, say if there's no self, then who going to collecting of the merits? If there's no self, and who going to offer the purifications? If there's no self, and then who going to enter into the path of practice? If there's no self, who is born in the unfortunate low realm? There's no self, who is reborn a higher fortune realm? Even finally it says, if there's no self, who will be enlightenment? And then no self, and who become enlightenment, Buddhahood? So many questions. That means is now, answer already mentioned you, according to the conventionally, we can have self-existent, I mentioned you, back illusorily, back relatively, back imputedly, interdependently, we born in this samsara. Illusorily, we mention you. So therefore, illusorily, if you accumulated non-merits karma, you will be experiencing the suffering illusorily. If you collection positive karma illusorily, and then you will be experiencing the rapid result also illusorily. Like now, good example, the dream. At daytimes, you enact so much negative activities, be physically, verbally, mentally, week and month, and then 80-90% you will be dreaming in the dream as a bad dream, coming for you, suffering in the dream. And that at the daytime, week, month, year is a compassionate, loving kindness person, attitude, benefit, respect each other, honor, bow each other, worship to each other, take care of patience, tolerance, forgiveness, empathy, sympathy. This good person, to night dream, 80-90% sure you will be experiencing good dream. So that means it doesn't mean a good dream truly existent, but illusorily you will be experiencing good dream. That means is the next rebirth is illusorily we have reincarnation. Illusorily we born in the samsara. So therefore, illusorily you can enter into the path of Dharma. Illusorily one day you will become enlightenment, Buddhahood, but still illusorily. Okay? So now question is, what happened ultimately? If you ask me, ultimately, absolutely, no self, no samsara, no nirvana, no liberation, no non-liberation. That's why Buddha from Heart Sutra, did you hear? Yes. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is as form. Form is not existent another than of emptiness. Emptiness is not existent another than of form. That means it's equal. Nature or phenomena nature is equality, emptiness. This point emptiness means it doesn't mean nothingness. You should not mistake. Emptiness means is a suchness empty, itness empty, thatness empty, itness empty. That is the meaning. But normal we understand empty means empty house, empty bus, empty car, empty pocket. That empty is totally different meaning, okay? So that's the, so here is talking emptiness, means is, as whatever you feel, you see, you feel, you recognize, it is nature empty. That's the means. Doesn't mean it's on the basics something and best something empty on there. That doesn't mean. So therefore, why now we say phenomena nature is selflessness, empty, and briefly, Buddha Shakyamuni said, all the component phenomena are originated by the interdependently. Therefore, is a phenomena nature is unborn. So now we good example, this teaching today. Everybody, you believe, I believe, is Chamtrul Rinpoche have teaching today here, right? That's you agree. But truly, do you think? No. Illusorily, today we have teaching here, illusorily. Illusorily, Chamtrul Rinpoche can teach illusorily. Illusorily, you can listen my teaching. But you don't try to truly, not possible. But truly, I don't try, I can't teaching you. Truly means is independently. This teaching cannot be existent but independently. Independently means is only just alone of teacher myself. How can teach? I must need to depend to you, right? And you also cannot listen but independently. You must be depend to the of teacher. My speech. And so many we depend to the area, the house, the time, the floor, the ceiling, the microphones, everything. So many things are gathering collection but interdependently. Is this teaching existent? That means is relatively this teaching existent, but absolutely no possible. Then what is the absolute nature of this teaching? Emptiness. This subject is emptiness now, but teaching is also emptiness. Okay, itself, teaching itself, also it's an empty nature. The reason, because this our teaching now going everyone listening. I'm talking teaching, but it's emptiness. Nature is emptiness. The reason this teaching is originated by the interdependently. This teaching cannot be existent by the independently. If independently teaching existent, everybody gone, but still teaching must be there, here. And even this teacher gone, but still must be teaching is here. If independently existent, but this is not true. So we very much all collectively together and interdependently then are raising the reflection of the teaching. So this means is illusorily we can teaching, you can listen, I can talk. But ultimately, I cannot teaching, you cannot listen. But ultimately, there's no teacher, no disciples, because selflessness. Right? Do you understand? Yes, ultimately. So conventionally, that is why I say Buddha Shakyamuni says, Kanta ngala zuksishi, Kanta ngala drashipa, lobi lam de juwai, jewo te tangamono. I just quoted the one Tibetan language from of the Buddha's sutra. Says, someone if you rely, Buddha is as with the aggregates of form, sound, speech. This person never ever seen Buddha. Because Buddha himself nature is a Dharma sphere. Dharma sphere means is the reality is emptiness. Essential is primordial wisdom. This kind is beyond to the ordinary conception, ordinary perception, beyond. That's an unconceivable object. That's an unexperiencable object. So that's the real ultimate truth of yourself. That is the real ultimate truth of phenomena. That's the ultimate truth of Buddha. So in this case, everyone, nature is the same quality. Dharma sphere. Unborn nature, selflessness, self. That's the reality. So, and the apparent phenomena also same because illusorily. You also apparent illusion, I am apparent illusorily. So therefore, we don't need to worry, but illusorily should do practice Dharma, do virtuous actions, but illusorily as much possible less negative, okay? Negative illusion. Don't do negative action, the illusion of negative. As much possible as do illusorily of the positive action. Because the result you will be experiencing happy, enjoy illusorily. Because if you doesn't care positive karma, and then even illusion, but is it negative karma illusorily, then the result also will be experiencing suffering illusorily. This is the problem. Like mention you, good dream or bad dream is depend to your daytime's action motivation. So future your situation good or bad, especially next rebirth, the good or bad is depend the projection of your this karma action and achieving the condition of your motivation, so on. So therefore, this is the point of meaning Buddha said the seal. Selflessness of person, not only, and selflessness of phenomena. Nature is empty. So this emptiness finally is even the modern science, the external materiality scientist is close because Buddha's philosophy school, there's in 4 great school classes. We say Vipassana school, Suttarantaka school, Chittamatra school, and Madhyamika school. From the first 2, Vipassana school, Suttarantaka school, 2,600 years, they already know selflessness of person. Therefore, even these sub-school class followers, hundreds, thousands, they become already achievement arhat. Arhat means is they completely freedom, the faults, the suffering of samsara. Completely their attainment state of ultimate peace, ultimate enjoyment in nirvana. Hundreds, thousands, sense of Buddha's. And then is the Chittamatra school and Madhyamika school followers, of course, hundreds, thousands, billions, countless beings already completely attainment state, all knowing knowledge, means Buddhahood. Hundreds, thousands, millions, they become Buddhahood, happened. So therefore, we also, if you try training on this part of, so therefore I want to say the scientist, like quantum physics system. You see the quantum physics system, what explanations? Like this house, this car, this mountain, these galaxies, this moon, these sun, stars, how they're performing, it says, it was very beginning, says atoms. And then this can destroy proton, neutron, electron. As finally is subtlest, established quark. But quark also is not true, and then they can division further and further and further. Finally, what is existent? Says is the quantum physics system is the energy. Only is fundamental of the universe is only energy, right? That is the quantum physics system, their understanding. Energy. But this energy is the basics of the universe. The energy is the fundamental of you, me, mountain, river, the galaxies, everything is created by the energy. That's the point, right? I not much understand, of course, science. You much more better than me, especially the quantum physics systems. But my understanding is like that, the energy. And then left the energy, but what kind of energy? Is confusion. Confused. Make you confused, this energy. So this, the fundamental, the confusion energy is at the basics of samsara. of the universe. If confusion, your mind is confused, that means you understand the quantum physics system. If not yet confused, and that is yet not you understand the point of view of the quantum physics system, okay? Right? So therefore, maybe this Buddha's teaching we're talking today make you confusing. It's good, okay? Don't worry, because it's an illusion. Everything's are relatively appearance. That's illusorily. So therefore, must be make you confusing. Don't worry, because usually we believe everything's established, truly, exactly, absolutely, but that's wrong, totally wrong. So therefore, everything's illusion. So must be confused, but don't worry. That's just relatively, So therefore, that's why it's talking about the emptiness. Even Chittamata school, it's the energy only mind phenomena. That's why Chittamata means it's only mind only school. Everything's only your mind, like dream, example. But then you said, how can be this, everything's only my mind? Then this teaching is your mind or my mind? That's the question coming. If you say only mind, and then this teaching is your mind or my mind, what do you think? Your perception is your mind. My perception is my mind. So therefore, individually, each person, you have each perception, right? So that means it's your mind. That's why, not same. Today, this teaching, some people you like. Some people, not so much. Some people may be boring, your perception. That means the science telling you only mind. Everything is only mind. This place, this country, most of you, I believe you like. But some people maybe doesn't. That means it's only mind, So one person, example, one lady, like, the child, her son, love his mother, recognize his mother, and her husband love, but that is the partner, not mother. They recognize, and then is her maybe not good friend, but jealousy to her and like enemy. So one lady is become 3% different. One is mother appearance, one is a partner, the wife, and one is of the jealous, the object of jealousy, one is the enemy. Means is only mind, not on the object. We can't say on the objectively everyone mother, everyone is like a friend, everyone is enemy. No, that's depend. One person, somebody's friend, somebody's enemy, So you see, somebody's mother, somebody's sister, one person, I'm saying. That means it depends on somebody's mind. There's no specific, only sister, only parents, only father, mother, not true. It's illusion. Everything's bad. So this is the point, meaning is the emptiness, means is even Chittamata school. And then Madhyamika is the last one. Buddhist philosophy is the intermediate state, middle way school, the last one. Nagarjuna explanations, Chantakirti the explanations from Buddha Shakyamuni's emptiness teaching. We mentioned you, the second training well of Dharma, all is talk emptiness. From the watcher peak of mountain in the Rajagar, he taught more than over of 100,000 verses, so the emptiness talk, parajana paramita, emptiness like this way. So, therefore, is now we need to understand absolutely phenomena nature is emptiness. Doesn't mean emptiness is nothingness, because by relatively appearances, the reflection of the empty form, the reflection, the empty form appearance of this samsara. Therefore, nature is unborn. These two conventional truth, ultimate truth is not contradictory. It's a totally union. There's no conventional truth, there's no ultimate truth. There's no ultimate truth, emptiness, there's no conventional truth of the illusion. No possible. So these two only aspect, but union, totally inseparability. That's why Buddha mentioned you, emptiness is as form, form is as emptiness. This is the meaning, So like this way, we need to understand everything is like illusion, illusorily. So then what is benefit? Of course, then you have less, fear, less panic, less worry, less unsatisfaction feeling, more relaxation, more rest, because whether good or bad, everything's like illusion. So therefore, it's illusorily life. No need to worry, no need to panic. Everything's like illusion. Illusion can change. Impermanence. Sometimes a good illusion, sometimes bad illusion. Anyway, there's no self and no problem. So try like this. But these kind of subjects, excuse me, but very deep actually, very vast, very extensive. So this emptiness, selfless, some maybe make you confusing, but confusing is not bad. I mentioned you already, So, quantum physics system is very good, but it's very confusing for us, right? Like this. So therefore, but one day you sure feel understanding coming this. Even the world is thinking about emptiness, So anyway, that's the third seal. Not the last one more, right? So the four seals, the last one. Nirvana is as peace. That is his Buddha's commitment. Last one, nirvana is as peace. Nirvana Sanskrit language. But anyway, the enlightenment mind is peace. The liberation mind is peace. Achievement state, completely enlightenment is as peace. That's the meaning. Nirvana is as peace only. So now it is possible, everyone possible, one day can achievement in nirvana? If you ask, 100%, we can guarantee everyone, sooner or later, you will be one day achievement state enlightenment. Why? The main reason, the Buddha nature pervading equally for each sentient being's mind. Each sentient being's mind nature is as already Buddha. Means is your mind nature is primordially pure Dharma sphere, unborn nature. Your mind nature essential is as primordially wisdom. Mind essence is as clarity, luminosity, luminescence. So this luminosity, mind nature, unborn emptiness are only different aspect, but totally is union. So everybody's mind nature is already the seed of enlightenment. So this seed is sense from beginningless already existent with you. So now only we're waiting to germinating the seed, depend to the favorable conditions. So we need to collect the condition. Seed already good. Everyone we have the seed enlightenment on the mind. Buddha nature already there. So now what is the condition? Compassion, loving kindness, pure wisdom, pure motivation, pure the collection of virtues, collection of merits, going to purifications, with faith, devotions. This kind of all is a positive emotion, positive activities in act. That is the favorable condition. And then quickly settling from the Buddha nature. So just thinking now, if you let a bit compassion, love deeply your heart, that means the shoots is start from your Buddha nature. Actually, there's no Buddha nature, no possible compassion, love, by automatically. Even like tigers, lions, snakes, terrible animals, they can taking care kindly their baby. Least. Why? Because Buddha nature. They have Buddha nature, therefore they can kindly take care of their baby. Least, At the least they can taking care of themselves because Buddha nature. That's the sign of Buddha nature. There's no Buddha nature, no possible taking care of each other, no possible even taking care of yourself. No possible. There's no Buddha nature then. But everyone we have Buddha nature. So therefore everyone sooner or later can enlightenment. If you ask each person point, this person possible enlightenment? Yes. Never say no. Because the nature Buddha is there. See, so therefore, luckily, everyone will be. But sooner or later, it depends up to you. If you start training your mind right now, if you can cultivation mind of enlightenment right now, and start seedling quickly, one single life is possible enlightenment. Even not incorporate lifetimes. Even text sometimes kalpas, but still not very long. Because sometimes people say, oh, the 3 numberless eons too much for me, to enlightenment. For enlightenment, text time, to collection, merits, wisdom, 3 numberless eons too long for me. But my question is, then okay, this is too long for you. Then what you can do more than during 3 numberless eons? Another. Nothing. Birth, death, birth, death, birth, death, birth, death, birth, death, and birth and death. After 3 numberless eons, still continuously birth and death, birth and death. Then, so therefore, better at least enter into the path of the enlightenment right now, starting. Even text 3 numberless eons still is very short compared to the secular existence of samsara. We are circulation from beginningless. And if you not try, and that's endlessly. So therefore, is it the 3 numberless eons very short, even. But if you good practitioners, even 1 life. But anyway, try. Let it be trust to enlightenment. Let it be trust to the reality, nature. Because we are human brain is more clever, more intelligent. We can speak logical. You can learning logically. So therefore, is try right now. Anyway, finally we say, as Buddha says, even if you cannot do benefit other sentient beings, at least do not harming no one. That is very, very important to keep on your heart. You don't need big changes. Only is this motivation. At least I do not harming no one on my life. It's very good motivation, perfect compassion, love, empathy, sympathy. So protection for yourself, protection others, and benefit this life, a benefit for future life. So motivation change. You don't need to shape your hairs. You don't need to wearing monastic robes. So this is just symbolization. But even shape the hairs and maybe can falling in the hell. Even wearing monastic robe with maybe can falling in the animal realms. But you with the family, kids, marriage, work daily, but can be enlightenment in 1 life. It's possible. Really, because this is not obstacles. The hair is not obstacles. Okay, the robe is not. The clothes is not obstacles. So only is the mind motivation. Positive or negative. These we need to change, because our mind nature is positive, but obstacles circumstantially apparent is as a delusion. So therefore we need to try training the delusion mind. That is most important things, right? Okay, so that is today or this topic. So now anybody, if you have any questions, we're going to let it be for question answers. Anyone you have any questions, please are raising your hand. Yes, please.
When you say there is no self.
So again?
When you say there is no self, so something has to be experiencing this illusionary dream, right? So what is this? What is this experience in this dream? There must be something.
Yes, that is only illusion. The experiencing of the dream is illusion.
Who is experiencing?
Who is the illusion person experiencing better illusorily? There's no self, but the illusion self is there. I mentioned before, no absolutely existent self, but imputedly existent self, right? Do you remember today I mentioned you many times. Says selflessness, self-bench is according to the ultimately no self. Okay? First, selflessness means is according to the ultimately truly no self. Because we couldn't find, was it right? Ultimately. But conventionally, yes, existent self. So therefore, my answer says, conventionally, you can dreaming. Conventionally, you existent. We lots today, we mentioned you, we say, conventionally, you can collective karma and purifications, or samsara, or so on. But there's a little bit confusion, I'm sure. Yes, please.
To continue on his question, could we say, to describe with language, is emptiness itself experiencing this illusory self in human form? Is this primordial wisdom aware of this transient form of phenomena through the human experience?
Anyway, I'm not very sure your question clearly, but I guess maybe or maybe
because like this man said,
And
who is experiencing or what
yes,
is
Same answer,
experiencing
the
this
same answer.
illusory self?
same answer. Who experiencing of emptiness? Who
Okay,
experiencing some
emptiness.
both are same. Yeah.
So emptiness is the source of sort of everything.
You can say,
Okay.
but not established they are source. Because even though finally, maybe you will be disappointed, but finally Nagarjuna says, emptiness is as empty. Okay, emptiness is as empty, finally.
Yes.
But the very beginning, we need two explanations, emptiness to understanding, but finally, emptiness means is as emptiness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the answer.
Yeah,
itself.
that means the source is as emptiness.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like silence itself is the
Yes.
answer. Almost.
Actually, very beautiful. There's no emptiness, then no possible this horse, this car, this mountain, this world, this universe, or life, if there's no empty. But we can have this phenomena because nature is unborn. Therefore, it's illusorily appearances, this phenomena. Very, very true. But very beginning, we feel contradictory. What means you says emptiness, but appearance phenomena must be contradictory. No. Because emptiness, that's why appearance is illusion. Like dream is a good example. Why we can dream in one night is a whole life. Full life is can dreaming in one night. Because not true. It's an illusion. Therefore possible you can one night dream is a full whole life. If truly, how can be one night is one night? How can be whole life? So this samsara is not true. So therefore you can truly experiencing the six realms. Make sense? Because the six realm nature is unborn, empty. That's why you can experiencing the six realms. If six realm is existent truly, no possible experiencing. Means is independently. We mention you already that teaching is a good example. We mention you. Truly no teaching. Illusorily we can teach today. Make sense? The same meaning. Illusorily samsara can existent. Truly samsara cannot existent, like truly cannot teaching. Same meaning. Just an example, but you can share this knowledge for all. It's a very, very proof. That's a very strong logic, strong reasonable. But problems are hard to get the conviction. Hard to get the certainty, not easy. Comes, takes time. Very deep the meaning. That's why it's very sharp the knowledge. So therefore takes time to get the conviction. But it's very, very, very strong, very logical. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Okay. That's the last one question.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I think and correct me if I'm wrong, please. This is my question. So emptiness is not nothing, but no thing. And that no thing is absolute potential. Is that correct?
Because actually emptiness doesn't mean it's nothingness. That very important one word. Many people can be mistake when we're talking emptiness, and then they can mistake. If you only understand emptiness means is as nothingness, if that is finally your view, then following your view is extremes of nihilism. Nihilism. Yeah, so therefore doesn't mean nothingness.
No thing.
No,
It's not
yeah,
nothing.
not nothing means is yes, emptiness is as emptiness. So therefore it's not nothing. It's, you can say bare ultimately yes, not nothing. That is why beyond ordinary is perception. Finally, this ultimate absolute true nature is beyond to the ordinary perception. That's unconceivable object. So, but we're not going to like deeper this way. That make you more confusion. So this text later time too, you must be learning Madhyamika teaching. Very beautiful, but try.
What teaching is that? I beg your pardon. Okay.
Okay, so now I'm just say something. because in case some of you, maybe you're interested to receiving the Bodhisattva's vow and the Upasaka lay practitioner's vow. Most of you, maybe you already received the Upasaka vow and the lay practitioner vow. Means is you want to training your mind on the something compassion, loving kindness, at least don't want to harming others' life. Something is you want to responsibility your life. And the good, if you can, if you like, if you agree, you can repeat what I'm saying something. Some of you, you don't want, you just silent, just sitting, relaxed, comfortable way, okay, a few minutes. So means is we're going to just, the refuge prayer, receiving the refuge on Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, 3 jewels, and with cultivation the bodhicitta, the generation, the bodhicitta, compassion, love deeply from your heart. This, I follow this text is from the Indian of master of the Shandandeva, from Bodhicharya Avatar text. This is lineage, because in case some of you, you have this courage, confidence, if you like, to connecting about your, faith, devotion, and your wisdom, knowledge is to the of your motivation to this bodhicitta vow and the refuge, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, like this kind. If you linking, and that's a very, very great benefit for you. Life after for another life. Not only you, but with this motivation, gradually you can do benefit so many hundreds, thousands, billions, endless beings. So therefore it's just in case we never know karmic connections when it comes. So therefore some of you may be interested. So therefore it's just now, and the last moment to say something, you just repeat. Moments just you visualize, but mentally, imaginary is above, of, around, or space, everywhere is filled pure of wisdom, energy, and the energy of compassion, the energy of love, the energy of kindness, energy of only the positively. That means Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, holy beings, holy persons, the needed, the qualified achievement, accomplished mahasiddhis, all is just big, miraculously arranging the energy is around us for protection, for long life, for healthy life, for supporting of the remove the obstacles and remove the sufferings, and finally leading enlightenment, completely freedom, or completely achievement, ultimate peace, ultimate enjoyment, benefit for sentient beings. Like this motivation, keep deeply for your heart, because we're linking the karmic connection from your heart to of this kind of the energy. So now, so jina jubi sanji dang xiang zhi xiang wa jia si dam ji ba tam jin den ji nam kan ban zhe samman za. Okay, so now repeat. Chang chip nying bo, chi ji bar, sanji nam la, jab sin she, chu dang, chang chip senpai, so lang, Devjin, jab sin she. Again, Chang chip nying bo, chi ji bar, sanji nam la, jab sin she, chu dang, chang chip senpai, so lang, Devjin, jab sin she. Again, one more. Chang chip nying bo, chi ji bar, sanji nam la, jab sin she, chu dang, chang chip senpai, so lang, devjin, jab sin she. Okay, that's just a refuge prayer, taking refuge, the upasaka vow, or the individual liberation of the householder family, lay practitioner's vow, to linking your heart to this kind of the lineage. And then the second, the one verse repeating 3 times, that is engagement of bodhicitta, cultivation, your mind cultivating on the enlightenment of bodhicitta, compassion, love. We mention you, may all beings have happiness and causes of happiness, may all beings free from suffering, causes of suffering, may all beings never be apart from supreme bliss, which is free of all suffering, may all beings live in the great equanimity, which is was free from the attachment, aversion, something like this kind of energy came your heart. And this linking for you the path of enlightenment, Buddhahood, sooner or later. So this motivation is very important. So now we need to go into repeat. Chirtar ngungi, deshaji, chanchup tugna, kepadang, chanchup zempi, lapala, tedak rimjin, nipatar, tebjin rola, pendunda, chanchup semna, Kejang, Devjindana, Lapalang, Rumbajinda, Laparaju. Again, Chetarangungi, Deshaji, Chanchip Tugna, Kebadan, Chanchip Sempi, Lapala, Tetang Rumjin, Nipatar, Devjin Rola, Pendunda, Chanchip Semna, Kejang, Devjindana, Lapalang, Rumbajinda, Laparju. Okay, again one more, the last repetition. When finished, that terms you should believe yourself is become same family of Bodhisattva. You are become same the heart of Buddha's ears or so on. Chirtar ngungi, deshaji, chanchip tugna, kepadang, chanchip sempi, lapala, tetang rumjin, Nipatar, Devjin Rola, Pendunda, Chanchip Semna, Gejang, Devjintana, Lapalang, Rumbajinda, Laparju. Okay, so that is done. Now I'm going just some few word prayer for instead for you. Laparju, Tandu Dasin Rio, Mayes Palapato, there are Sanjirik Seki Sanjis, Tajaru Dana Dagachini, Ridantambi Lipsam, Kumitsumbi in the Lanyo Bramanjit, Long Shatter Pomboli Chiteran, but the Devjin Chisik Tartin if Shanships and the Dagateran Chupatam Shangan Rola Desha. Part of the Landron to Wuzanjil Hadan Laman Lasso, Gavarke, repeat, Shanship Semsho, Rinpoche, Marchi Parnam. Kijirjig, Shipa Nyamba, Mepayan, Koni Konda, Perversho. Okay, perfect, excellent. So therefore, if anyone you have this motivation comes to your heart, that means is you are Upaska Woholder, become lay practitioner, family householder, family practitioner, and also not only, but you are become the Mahayana traditions. Motivation, compassion, and love from your heart. The seed of Buddha nature is already there. I mentioned the seedling is now already, the shoots is arising, as a seedling. Because this motivation, we need to condition, very important. Buddha nature already there, but as always our Buddha nature is a dry seed, dry seed. So we need to know wheat, temperature, or something, the fertilizer, something make germinate the seed. So this refuge prayer, the receiving the refuge vow, and cultivation bodhicitta vow. That is absolute, excellent, perfect of the condition, favorable condition for seedling, germinating the Buddha nature. That's why, so therefore anyone, if you have this feeling comes from your heart, and today you can have this refuge vow and bodhicitta vow. And then some exceptions, maybe you have no intention about this, so fine. Just, that's listening there. It's okay. I can keep in my dedication together, everyone. Okay? Okay. So now we're going to dedication prayer, the last moments for this booklet prayer, the dedication prayer from. So the dedication prayers representing for all sentient beings. Benefit, may we wish this dedication, these virtues for long life, everybody for long life, healthy life, good life, harmony, peaceful life, world peace, family peace, neighbor peace, country peace, or good, everything's in this life, not only. And may we wish this dedicated for next rebirth, the free lower realm, reborn higher fortune realm, not only. Finally is for enlightenment, not only. Completely enlightenment, Buddhahood for benefit sentient beings. That is the dedication prayer. Okay, we start. Sonam Tamche Sipa Nye Topne Nyepe Dana Panshe Chang Sherga Nanche Parlo Chukpa Sabe Sole Drowa Dorwa Shon De Da Tusa Derwa Gerza Chernye Samba Majur Semche Tamche La Sanje Thope Jurgo Jumper Power Chetar Kemba Kundu Sambo Tea Tepshe Teda Konji Jason Dalo Gewa Deda Tamche Ramde Tu Shambe Jarwa Tamche Ki Ngowa Kanla Chode Ngamba Di Dage Geve Tsawa Di Koncha Zambo Shoshe Ramde Ngowar Kunza Dorje Chache Manche Ni Tenche Tsawe Lama Yanche Drove Tonde Mono Kamda Teda Tamche Daje Andrum Par Shewa Kundu Yanda Lama No Dharme Chuji Ya Perla Lomsho Sada Lamji Yonde Rabzu Dorje Changa Kompa Nirto Sho